Hey everybody, John Michael here, pastor at First United Methodist Church in Corning, Arkansas. We're located at 600 Pine Street, the corner of Pine and West 3rd, right across from the Corning Public Library. And as always, we invite you to join us for worship every single Sunday morning at 10:55 a.m. That's our traditional worship. We have Sunday school at 10 o'clock for all ages and a fellowship time at 9:45. And we invite you to come and join us for all that every Sunday right here at Corning First. And today, actually, we're in the middle of a sermon series, a 3-week mini sermon series on spiritual revival. And we've done this in the past, but this time we're doing a sermon series that is looking at spiritual revival from the point of view of God's love. And what we did last week is we looked at God's unconditional love by looking at Romans chapter 8, verse 35 through 39. And this week, on the 31st of January, which is next Sunday, we're talking about God's transformational love. And this time, we're looking at Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through 9. God's transformational love, the idea that God loves us just as we are, but loves us too much to leave us that way. And this is the story in Luke 19 of Zaccheus, the tax collector. And I want to read it to you real quick so you have an idea. And this is from the Common English Bible. Here we go, Luke chapter 19, verse 1 through 9. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through town. A man there named Zaccheus, a ruler among tax collectors, was rich. He was trying to see who Jesus was, but being a short man, he couldn't because of the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed up a sycamore tree so he could see Jesus, who was about to pass that way. When Jesus came to that spot, he looked up and said, "Zaccheus, come down at once. I must stay in your home today." So Zaccheus came down at once, happy to welcome Jesus. Everyone who saw this grumbled, saying, "He has gone to be the guest of a sinner." Zaccheus stopped and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, I give half my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anyone, I repay them 4 times as much." Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this household, because he too is a son of Abraham. The human one came to seek and save the lost." And I read verse 10 there, even though I said 1 through 9, but I'll probably read it as well. Zaccheus was a tax collector. In fact, Luke tells us he was the chief or a ruler among tax collectors. So he was like the chief tax collector of he was the tax collector of tax collectors, okay? And Zaccheus, therefore, was one of the most hated people in first century Judea. I mean, this man, tax collectors represented crooks. They would collect the taxes from the people, but they would also take just a little bit more and they put it in their pockets. And so tax collectors were considered some of the worst in society, and nobody wanted anything to do with them. And that's why the people were grumbling when Jesus went up to him and said, "Hey, Zaccheus, come down out of the tree. I'm going to stay at your house today." And this story teaches us a lot about God's transformational love, how Zaccheus was transformed, how maybe some of the people who were watching the story were transformed, and how we can be transformed when we consider Jesus' outreach to people like tax collectors, like Zaccheus in particular. So we're going to look at that this Sunday, God's transformational love, right here at Corning First United Methodist Church, 600 Pine Street, corner of Pine and West 3rd in Corning, Arkansas. 10:55 a.m. is worship time. We hope to see you here, and we look forward to it. And in the meantime, may the peace of Christ be with you, and I'll see you on Sunday. Thanks.